going on, guys? Ty.funded here, and today I just want to talk about my trading journey. I just want to talk about what my trading journey has been like and share with you guys the story of where I am now, how I got here. So I discovered day trading in August of 2023. Back then, I used to be a big hustler. I used to always be hustling. I used to get shit, clothes like this, my brand. I don't really focus on it as much anymore now, but when I was in high school, I used to sell and resell a lot of products, clothing, jewelry, accessories, designer clothes, shit like that, right? So from an early age, I always had this mindset, focus on money, right? So with all of that, that's how I found trading. I found trading in the summer of 2023, August. TJR bootcamp was very popular. Day trading was becoming a lot more popular back then. And I decided I was going to take this leap of faith and learn it. From I was very young, I always wanted freedom. I always yearned for some form of freedom in my life. I always loved money, and I always wanted money to come with freedom. I always wanted to be my own boss. I didn't like taking orders from people. I had this burning hatred for school. I always knew this shit was never meant for me. So I started learning. I started watching TJR bootcamp because it was all over my TikTok feed, and I had these books that I would write in. I would journal every day. I'm gonna even show a video of it right now. And with this, I would watch these videos every single day for about a month or two. I kind of became off with it. I stopped focusing on it. I was more focused on making money right now. I know this was going to be a long-term thing, but I had some knowledge. Yeah, so for the rest of 2023, I was focused on that business and all the side hustle I was doing. Now let's fast forward to February 2024. That was when I officially started taking day trading serious. That was when I locked in on it. So I got kicked out of one of my classes, and I had a lot of free time at school. So I would be able to go in the library and just do whatever. I didn't want to just waste my time at school. So I bought a laptop. So I could trade while I'm at school and learn what I'm doing, learn how to trade and everything. So I started my demo account with my paper trading on TradingView, and I would buy books to read, like The Psychology of Money. You guys can literally see back there, like right there. That's my bookshelf. Yeah, so last year I used to read a book every month. Honestly, nowadays I kind of stepped away from that just for a little bit. I was a little inconsistent with the reading, but I'm doing it again though, which is good. But I was on demo for 6 months. So from February till June, I was on demo trading. And, within TJR's bootcamp, I'm learning everything he taught me, that I should at least be profitable for 3 months on demo before I buy a funded account or start my own live account. So what I did was I was actually profitable for 2.5 months on demo. So at that point, I realized, you know what, I'm gonna start going on funded accounts. Now at this point in time, this was last year February till last year June. Now I was doing major exams at this point as well, so a lot of burden on me, a lot of stress. I was very stressed out during this time. It was a very lonely journey as well, because I did not have anybody to talk to about trading. It was me alone doing this shit. This is why I always help people now, and I make these videos and I actually teach people, because it is so depressing doing this shit on your own. Genuinely. I didn't even have a friend I could conversate with. All of the shit that I learned, I had to learn on my own. Until I decided to do TJR's private mentorship, is where I met people. That changed a lot. It changed so fucking much, bro. Now at this point, I started trading funded accounts. And keep in mind, this is on Forex. I learned originally from Forex. And it was not easy. I would blow funded accounts left, right, and fucking center. Now, August 2024, I passed my first funded account in 2 days. 2 days. I passed it really fast. And this was the first milestone for me. And it was also the first major roadblock where most people would give up, because I passed that funded account and I overly celebrated. And I quite literally lost it in a week. Not one win on that account, not even one. I did not know statistically August price action was terrible. I got those 2 winning trades in the beginning of August. I didn't know August would have been like that. Now, by this point, my psychology was dampened, so I said I'm going to step away from funded accounts for a little while. I started doing my own personal live account and growing it. I grew it from $70 to $600 in a week. 1 week. Here I was thinking, I'm born. This is it. Once again, this is it. Yet again, the markets humbled me gruesomely this time. I lost all of it in one trade because I went to bed and I didn't set a stop loss on accident. I forgot to set that stop loss. I left the trade in profit. Floating P&L was over $100. The overall accounts balance was at $800. And I didn't close out. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. I owed my broker $27. I was madding out. I was crashing out. I didn't even know what to feel. That whole day was just so terrible. Now, during this time, I would make wins be the biggest part of my day, and losses make me sad for the rest of the day. At this point in time, that does not happen anymore. A win is a win, and I'm happy about it, yes. But if I lose a trade, I'm not going to go and cry about it. Now, this was just a gruesome, humbling experience. But yet again, at this point, I was thinking about quitting. Small part of me, only 1% of me. But I said, you know what? Smart thing to do, protect my psychology, take a break. So I took a 2-week break from trading, didn't open one chart, didn't open TradingView, nothing. To reset my mental. Because if I kept trading like this, I would just tilt further and further. So I saved up some more money, redeposited $100, and got back into it. Now, I started off this year very good. I was getting payouts. First of all, I ended last year my first ever payout. It was only $140. I remember it so vividly, but it was my first payout. I was very happy because I knew this shit was possible. I was still doing my clothing business at the time as well. Now this year I stepped away from it, focused more on trading. So I was all in with trading, and by this point in time, I was in college. And the first part of this year, I was killing it. 3-figure days, 4-figure days, shit like that. I was getting payouts. February was a very bad losing month. Once again, somewhere where most people would quit. Doesn't matter if somebody has 3 months, 6 months to a year of experience, people still quit. I did not want to be that statistic, and by this point, I've grown such a passion for day trading. I could never envision a life of me wasting a year on this shit just to quit. That was not me. That was not what I was gonna do. So I would make money, I would lose it, I would spend it in stupid ways. I would reinvest some of it, but not as much as I would like to. Now, I was actually even at a point where I was getting payouts every 2 weeks, which was amazing. Now, most of that money is gone because of irresponsible habits that I've learned to never do again. Now, this year's summer, the very beginning of it was great. I was failing school though, really badly. My report came out and I had a 1.4 GPA. At the end of year 1, I failed more than half my classes. And the only class that I actually passed in the last semester, I passed it with a C. So by this point, I was tired of feeling stupid from school, and I decided to drop out. And I dropped out when I was on the worst losing streak ever. Summer, for the majority of summer, I was not making any money. I was making small amounts of money that most of it I would just have to reinvest it, and occasionally just buy food here and there, buy cigarettes. That was it. and of course paying for my gym membership. But it has been a very rough journey. But there have been times where I have been able to buy things from trading profits I bought. For example, like a Goyard wallet. But come September now, I took two of my biggest trades. I took a 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio trade, and I took a 1 to 16 RR trade. Those two trades alone allowed me to get a very fat payout, fattest payout I've ever gotten. And I was very grateful for it because I realized that my blessings were delayed and I had to learn. I had to be kind of, not necessarily punished in a way, but God had to show me that, yo, you cannot be winning and making the money. You're not ready for it yet. I gotta humble you. Markets said I gotta humble you as well. And I overcame it. I overcame that. And I was rewarded with a massive payout. When I got to the ATM and I withdrew part of that payout that was sitting in my bank account, and it was in my hand, this brick of fucking money, I was blown away. My mom's birthday was literally 2 weeks away from when I got that payout. I bought her a YSL bag to show her that, Mom, shit is coming into fruition. Like, you always believed in me, you know? She was one of the few people that believed in me as a trader. From the first time I ever pulled up TradingView, you know, you're just looking at Apple and Apple looks good today. From then, she deeply believed in me, genuinely. Now I'm at the happiest point I've ever been in my life. I don't go to school anymore. I'm very locked in on my passion, and I'm very happy and I'm very pleased with where I am in life right now. I know I will go even further. So this journey has taught me so much so far. I am at a point where I am profitable. Some months are break even, some are profitable, some are losing months. But at the end of the day, I make money from trading. I get payouts. I'm growing my funded, and mainly what I'm mostly focused on is my own live account, building that. I have my funded accounts, of course, on Forex and futures, of course. I didn't only trade Forex, I traded futures as well. I just love trading overall. It has brought so much into my life. It has taught me so much about life, because what most people don't realize is the psychology. I mastered my strategy pretty early on. I could never be that person. The statistic literally says 90% of traders will fail. I told myself I could not be in that statistic. Most of them fail or most of them quit. I was never going to be a quitter. Nothing in life. I used to be like that when I was a really young youth, but nowadays I couldn't do that. I can't give up on myself because no one's going to do it for me.